Yeah, cheers, Matt. Scott, how are you? You all right?
Very good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. I mean, just obviously you must be delighted to get to the final and how you've played the game this year and I suppose how you've maybe approached it.
Yeah, look, absolutely amazing to be in the final. I thought we played excellent yesterday. I thought we took advantage of those gloomy conditions yesterday morning. I thought Rushy was outstanding with a new ball, as he has been throughout the competition, really. And to put a big dent in their innings with the three early wickets was a great start. And I always felt like the wicket was going to get better. So even when they had a bit of a partnership, I thought they were never really hurting us. They never really got above six and over at any stage. So I always felt like if we could keep them under sort of 280, 300, if we batter well, we'd have a good chance. And I think when you're chasing 280, you only really need sort of two partnerships really, or one very good partnership. And me and Leesy managed to get that and almost took the sting out of it. And then the way Bedders came in and played the way he did was amazing. And to get us over the line was, let's say, a fantastic day.
Could you just talk about how important Graham and Alex have been in getting down to this stage? I mean, obviously the stats tell its own story, but I mean, consistently getting you off to a cracking start in these games.
Now, unbelievable. I think the way the two of them have played, they've almost dovetailed each other lovely. Graham being the aggressor, coming out and playing strong shots and hitting the ball really hard, and Alex just doing his thing. He's had an unbelievable season across all formats. Really, he had that little injury with his hand and missed the T20s, but before that in the championship, and then he's continued that. And the pair of them, I'd say that they've been amazing. They've dovetailed each other lovely, and they've got us off to a fantastic start every time. I think twice we've been 200 for none, and me as a number three, waiting with my pads on. A couple of times I've actually slided down the order and let the hitters come in before me. But now they've been amazing, and hopefully they can stay on it one more game tomorrow.
And I mean, how do you assess your own performances this year? You must be pleased not just with the bat, but with the ball as well, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. I think my bowling has almost gone from strength to strength throughout the season. I think that's just because I'm bowling a lot more now, and I think coming into the T20s, I felt like I was starting to get there, and then finished the comp pretty strongly with my bowling. And then coming into this competition, it's I think I've got my 10 overs in every game. And I think that's just by bowling a lot more, feel a lot more confident. And obviously being captain, that helps because I can take myself off and bring myself back on when things are going well, or when we need a wicket, I can bring myself back on. And but now I'm really pleased with my batting as well. I think I've only had the five or six innings because I've slid down the order a few times and missed out. But I've had a couple of, I think 370 odds now, which has been nice. And I'm really pleased with how I'm playing at the moment.
Lovely stuff. I'll let somebody else jump on. All the best for tomorrow. Cheers.
Thanks.
John, I'll go to you and then the two Scots after that.
Three Scots on this call, but Scott, hi. I mean, a lot of people have said that the Royal London is the sort of competition that cricket's forgotten, being sort of overshadowed by the 100. Has it felt to play, and has it felt like still felt like an important competition?
Yeah, I think it has. I think every team is obviously taking it seriously, and I think playing in it actually feels like it's important. I think from the outside, it might look like the 100 is taking the glory, and probably rightly so, because that's been an amazing competition, and it's bringing so much money into the game, which is fantastic. But I think actually playing in the Royal London, it does feel important. And I think, like I said, that the other teams have taken it seriously. It does feel important, and part of our goal at the start of the season was to win a white ball competition, and this is obviously one of them. So we've taken it seriously, and we're absolutely excited to be in the final, and we can't wait.
And generally, how would you say Durham are going? I mean, it's a big issue 2 or 3 years ago with the promotion and the funding and all the rest of it. But do you feel that the county is very much on the up now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said, at the start of the season, we sat down, and winning a white ball competition was certainly part of our plans, and obviously wanting to be Division 1 cricket side as well. And we just missed out on that, which, I mean, we missed out on it. I think we finished third in the competition. We played some outstanding cricket at times, and I think the belief now is coming back that Durham should be in Division 1. And I think the boys are starting to realise that now. I think the last 2 or 3 years they've been in Division 2 and almost playing Division 2 cricket. And I think this season we showed that we actually do deserve to be in Division 1, and we do deserve to be playing proper cricket with the big boys and playing with the big sides. And so that was really encouraging. Although we missed out, it was really encouraging signs. And then to get to a one-day final, it's been amazing. And I think we've done really well this year.
Yeah, and just on your own situation, some people might have possibly forgotten that you played a test match once. You took 4 wickets at 20 apiece. You look back on that and think, wow, it's almost like it was like a surreal thing that you could actually play a test match in Sydney, or what? How do you look on that?
Oh, look, it feels like a long time ago. Like I say, it was 2013, and I was only 23 at the time. And but look, at the time I was picked as a leg spinner, and as you know, my career has changed a lot since then. I used to be a leg spinner, batted number 8, number 9, and I think that test match I batted number 9 because I think Jimmy went in as night watchman, and so I was actually batting number 9. And then obviously, like I say, my career has changed because I'm now a number 3 who bowls leg spin. But like I said early on, I still class myself as a leg spinner, a proper leg spin, and I've bowled a lot more overs this year than I have done previous. So I feel like I'm confident now with my leg spin. Yeah, like I'm pleased with how things are going right now.
And just one more, if I may. I know Ben Stokes is a big mate of yours. I think you were his best man. I mean, do you think he might play for Durham this year before the season's out or not?
Oh, look, that's entirely up to him. I had coffee with him the other day, and I've seen him. He seems to be doing okay. But yeah, look, whenever we get Ben around, he's been fantastic, and the boys absolutely love him. He loves playing for Durham. We had him shortly in the T20s, and he was amazing. And not just his performance, but how he is in the dressing room, how he speaks. So the lads really, when he speaks, the lads listen, and he talks with so much sense. And he's obviously played in some big dressing rooms, and he's been a big part of that. And when he comes back to play for Durham, it's fantastic. And the boys absolutely love him, as when we get Mark Wood as well. The pair of them, when they do come back, they both love playing for Durham, and the boys love having them.
Thanks.
Scott Taylor, you want to jump in?
Yeah, no worries. Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. How you doing?
Yeah, really good, thank you. I've seen your director of cricket, Marcus North, been very vocal on Twitter about Alex Lees recently, and with the problems in the top 3 with the Test side, do you think he has the ability to play Test cricket?
Absolutely, yeah. I think he's got the mindset to do it as well. He's a very strong character, backs himself. He's a much improved player, I think, over the last couple of years. I mean, this is the first time I've seen him bat up close, and obviously last time I seen him play when I played against him at Yorkshire would have been like 3-4 years ago. He's a changed player. He's, like I say, his mindset's very clear. He knows his game. He's a mature batsman. He hasn't really got an obvious weakness, and he just loves batting and loves scoring runs. So look, I'm thinking if the call ever came, I don't think he'd let the side down. Like I say, he's a very good opening batsman who knows his game, and he's turned himself into a very consistent run scorer, not just in 4-day cricket, but even in the white ball as well.
And just finally, how pleased are you with the fact that you've lost Potts and Casts to the 100, yet you've still managed to compete, especially with the ball as well?
And Ben Rain as well, who was a part of us in the T20s. But I think that's been the most impressive thing with our bowling. I mean, other than myself and Rushworth, the rest of the lads are quite inexperienced in this format. And I think when we lost at Scarborough against Gloucester, I think the last 4 overs they chased down, I think it was nearly 50. And we could have gone 1 or 2 ways after that. And luckily after that game, we had, I think, 3 or 4 days off. And I think that was a really learning curve for us, because then we realised what we had to do. And I think we've bounced back from that brilliantly. And I think lads are now starting to understand white ball cricket, understand their own rules and their own methods, and starting to back their skills, which is brilliant. And like I say, it's got an inexperienced bowling side, but they seem to be doing fantastic and learning each game.
Perfect. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Scott. Scott, I think I'm right in saying that you played in 2014, didn't you, when Durham last won the one-day trophy?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it feels like an absolute lifetime ago with everything that's happened at the club since. But, I mean, what are your memories of that day? And what does it say, kind of on the back of what John was saying, that, you know, with everything that's happened, you are back there now, you know, you're back in a major final, you've got the chance of winning silverware again. And, you know, it does feel like a bit of a kind of full circle moment.
Now you're right, it does feel a long time ago because a lot has happened in that time, not just with the club, but also myself as well, with having 4 years in London and then coming back. But I think my memory from that day was actually singing the Bladen Races in front of the Durham fans when we won it. If you can remember that. We went over to the crowd and the crowd was brilliant because it wasn't a great day, was it? It was gloomy, it was wet, and the Durham fans travelled down, and I think we went over and
Goal scoring.
Yeah, it was, yeah. And we went over and like showed the trophy to the fans and that. And then we started to sing Bladen Races, which was amazing. And I think that's what stands out the most. Not the cricket, it was actually that. And that's when it's like, it was at the time, I think we were all like so proud of actually playing for Durham and doing that. But look, it's going to be fantastic. I think a final is going to be amazing. It's a bit disappointing it's not at Lords. I mean, I said this the other day, it's almost like an FA Cup final not being at Wembley. But having said that, I mean, it's still a final and Trent Bridge is still an amazing ground. But look, for me personally, to captain the side in a one-day final for Durham is something I'm very proud of, and it's something I'm very excited for as well.
Scott, you've talked about
you touched on the kind of.
Sorry, go on, Scott.
Oh, sorry, Dave. No, I was just going to say just one more quick one, if that's all right. You've talked about the relationship with the fans there. I mean, how special has it been having them through this competition and the fact that they're going to be there at the final, you know, when you've obviously had a season of playing in front of no one?
No, the Durham fans have been amazing. And even yesterday, on a Tuesday and on a pretty great day, we still managed to get a good crowd in, which is brilliant. And I think, look, it speaks volumes of North East fans and how passionate we are now, not just in cricket, but our football team as well. We do love sport and we are really passionate, and I think that's the beauty of the North East. And whenever you tell people about the North East, that's one thing that comes to mind is how passionate we are with our sport. And I mean, tomorrow, Thursday, Trent Bridge final, we're going to get fans there. Like I say, whatever day it is, whether it's a Thursday or a Saturday or a Sunday, Durham fans will travel and show their support, which it's been amazing, and it's been brilliant to have them back and to play in front of the Durham fans again.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you, Matt.
You've talked about Alex. I mean, Graham's season, yeah, he's up there with him as the most prolific scorers in the tournament. Well, is that a change of style, a change of approach? How has he sort of made that leap and gone up an extra notch?
Well, I think with Graham and how good he was in the T20s, he didn't actually get that big score in the T20s, but he got us off to flyers. He was getting 20s and 30s off, sort of 10, 15 balls, and he was getting us off to flyers. And I remember I spoke to him at the start of the competition, and I said, look, you're going to open the batting, and I want you to just keep playing the way you're playing. But if you get to 20 and 30, then realise that you've got to start and then try and kick on. And he's done exactly that. And his tempo has been brilliant because he goes off to good starts, but then he's almost had the ability and the skill to make those 30s into big scores. And he's been amazing. Like I said earlier on, the pair of them have been fantastic, and they've dovetailed each other lovely.
And the other thing that struck me is Surrey in the semi was obviously had a lot of personal connections for you. I mean, did that make it more exciting or more difficult? Did you have a lot of things you had to block out? I mean, not just with Mark Stoneman, but with all the guys really. I mean, how did you cope with that sort of special challenge?
I was actually really nervous yesterday morning. I remember just yesterday morning, just even getting to the ground and seeing the lads. I was obviously desperate to do well against Surrey, but also desperate to win the semi-final. And I had a sneaky feeling like the Surrey plan was to not speak to me throughout the day, and to make me feel as much unloved as possible. And I said to a couple of the Durham lads the day before, and I said, look, I think that'll be the plan. And I said the only person who will stick to that plan will be Mark Stoneman. And I was right. A couple of lads spoke to me in the morning. A couple of them tried to shy away. And Rocky didn't speak to me until the game had finished. Even when he was batting, when I was batting, he was trying to get in my ear when I was batting, but never said anything until the game had finished, which was quite strange. But look, it's to win a semi, and like I say, for me to beat Surrey was a bit more emotional, and I was really happy we did that.
So did he speak to him when that LBW was turned down? I thought you might have allowed a couple of words.
It actually made it worse that he didn't speak to me, because if he spoke to me, I would have just laughed in his face, because I couldn't believe it was given that out. I mean, Bumble, the umpire, thought he might have got a little nick on it.
Right.
But if he hadn't, it was absolutely stone dead. And yeah, I think I might have had a word or two with him because I was desperate to get him out, obviously. But no, he played well, and I'm pleased for him.
Thanks. Go well.
Thank you very much. Cheers.